This is I'm Eccles Erwin from FilmFestivalCircuit.com and the Assistant Director of the Austin After Dark Film Festival. Right now, we are gearing up for our Summer 2023 screening, which will be very soon on August 6th at the Austin Film Society Cinema. And today we are talking with one of our participating screenwriters. Drew Anderson is the creator of the screenplay 4. Drew, thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Glad to be here.
Let's jump right into it. What is 4 about?
Uh, Four is about a woman who was kind of put into a marriage that is traditional. It's more or less Chinese based, and
Okay.
then she has an affair with someone who attended her wedding, but unfortunately, since both sides um, of her marriage as well as her affair um, did not appreciate her. She gave birth to a daughter, which uh, in this case would be the fourth daughter if any family would accept her, and it's based off of a Chinese superstition where four is the epiphany of death or
Okay.
bad luck.
Okay. Well, very cool. What inspired this story?
I was always a big fan of culture, superstitions, mythology, theology, and I've always read that four was bad luck, and I've researched it so many times, and I kind of put it on a back burner where until I kind of wanted to give it a personality,
Hmm.
and I went through so many different visuals, and then there was a scene where it's actually included in the script, where it's like, okay, let's concentrate on this, and it became a revenge story where I gave
Okay.
a superstition a persona.
Very cool. I love that. So, what was the process like, sort of coming up with? You start from the superstition that you're interested in, this culture. How did you then morph that into your story? What was that process like?
It was slow, but the thing is that my mind doesn't stop thinking. Like
Okay.
when your idea is kind of focused, you just need to see how you can expand a story into that scene that I've mentioned before. And I write down notes, see if what works, what does not work, and it just unfolded. Now, mind you, after the first draft was written, I tried to show it to people, see what they thought about it, and the development kept on coming and coming
Okay.
until I felt like it couldn't be done anymore.
Excellent. Okay, so you're kind of going through this process of revision, getting some feedback, tightening up stuff, and then you kind of got to this iteration, and now you're feeling
Yes,
like this is the one.
yes,
Well,
yes.
I'm kind of curious when it comes to writing characters.
Mhm.
There's kind of an ensemble casting. There's multiple characters. What's that process like for you? Do you write from your own, personality, your own personal life? Are you taking people that you know? How do you develop multiple characters?
Uh, Actually, it's a multiple of inspiration,
Okay.
uh, but uh, to make it like a spoilers alert, if you
Okay.
want to do that. The thing is that first four, the character was a male character,
Okay.
and then but afterwards, I after like seeing so many like dark or superhero or vigilante movies, it's always a guy.
Mm,
And I felt like the story needs to be different. So I changed four to a girl, where because it doesn't again, you hardly have female lead roles that
right.
can be like powerful.
No, totally.
And I again, it's just you want to be something different, and then everything else was again cultural based, like the
Right.
names I chose very specifically due to their personality,
Mm,
and I tried to figure out, okay, um there's a person there's a male in her life that is like a father figure, even though she never had a father in her life. And then I tried to be like contemporary, like there's she first started being a teenager when you're kind of truly introduced to her.
Right.
So I try to figure out what can um what is done today that is relevant in the
Okay.
story.
Okay, very cool. Kind of temporally specific, rooting it and figuring out what these characters, who they would be in like today's setting.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's cool, especially given that the mythological origins are ancient, and there's this kind of interplay. It sounds like between
Mhm.
these two kind of conflicting forces. One thing I want to know, something that I've been asking a lot of people who are in this festival participating. Austin After Dark Film Festival is not a genre defined festival, but it's thematically defined.
Mhm.
Everything is dark themed, and I'm curious, what does it mean to you, dark themed media? What does dark themed mean? Is it important? Is it valuable? How do you feel about it?
I have to say this that it is valuable because I always had this saying in my head that darkness can also be the best light.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is that are always surrounded by things that we deem as bad, negative. I
Right.
mean, maybe even like how the news portrays everything.
Right.
And when it comes to dark thematic genres, it's you kind of it blends in with the reality. It opens people's eyes, whether it be like dramatic, whether it be drama, horror, even dark comedy. I mean, it surrounds reality, and
Right.
that's to me what I believe a dark theme is that you base stuff on reality, but it's entertaining as well as fiction.
Okay. So you're tapping into more of the core of what it really means to be human. You're not
Yes.
ignoring that dark side that's of course part of everyone's life and oh, I like that. You're creating a more well-rounded picture. That dark theme to you is really humanity.
Yeah, and
Um,
actually too, I know this is probably not a genre on its own, but there's this thing called I like to label as a dark romance, and
okay.
one in particular that comes into my mind is Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. I mean, it's
Okay,
a
yeah.
thriller, but it's like a dark romance
Right.
because the whole journey you get with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet, it's somehow they end up happily ever after in a new start.
Right. That's a good point. And it's dark throughout. I'm curious, what did you learn from this process of writing this? Any new insights into the craft?
It's I mean, it kind of shows to me more of the technical part of it all
Okay.
because the story, um, I mean, you do a lot of research, but with all that research, you get more knowledge than just learning. But it's more or less what I learned through the feedback of people.
Mm-hmm.
And again, throughout the whole process of redoing everything over and over and over again, including uh, me trying to submit to other script
Mm.
festivals where the I get feedback through the judges or even when the announcements are made. It just describes what is valuable, but yet what can be um uh, kind of redone.
Okay. I like that. It's cool. You're taking feedback from not just direct feedback, but even from submissions and awards and those kind of things. And you're trying to see, all right, what's working good, and it's kind of interesting. It's almost like the screenplay process is softly collaborative. Would you feel that's the case? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's still your vision, but is it kind of a group effort?
Yes, to me, I feel um, what I get from others, I can try to um, improve.
Okay.
But again, if there's something where I believe that you know what, I cannot change this. This has to be the way it is. Then I would have to like go against that feedback.
Okay.
But overall, I would consider any thoughts whatsoever just to improve the technicality of the story.
Okay, I like that. So, welcome feedback as much as you possibly can, but you still have don't be afraid to put a firm block when you know it's something that you want specifically for your movie. You don't want to lose, your own personal touch.
Right, it's all about principle, but
Okay,
again, you can't always be right either.
right. Well, tell me, Drew, what are you working on next? One, do you have plans to try and get this made, and are you also working on any other screenplays?
Well, right now I don't have anybody uh producing the
Okay,
script, but I'm hoping maybe to get connected with
okay,
people uh in the film business just to have a different project that they would like to do. Uh,
totally.
for script wise, I do have some like comedy sketches that I think I might go back and try to like make into like short movies
Okay,
scripts and that, and then uh, maybe a few ideas if I want to go into like the book genre.
okay, awesome. You have some momentum. You got some irons in the fire.
Yes, yes. Again, my mind does not stop. It's more or less the motivation of what can I do next, because I feel like that I've accomplished so much with this script. And ironically speaking, because due to that it's four, which is the symbol of bad luck, I've had most luck with this script than any other script I've ever made. So it's ironic, isn't
I
it?
love that. Yeah. Well, that's excellent. Is there anything else you'd like to add about four?
Not exactly, but again, if anyone uh, loves to read a good script, then always try to find it. And if you, when it comes to making your script, make sure it's different,
Okay,
because not everything um, is is the same.
right.
But and always try to make sure that culture is always the best inspiration for any writer whatsoever.
Okay, I love that. Looking into the culture, be it our own or a different culture, we can tap into
Yes.
something valuable there.
Yes.
Well, that's very cool insight, Drew. Thank you so much for talking with me, and
Thank you.
I hope to see a lot more from you. And I'm looking forward to maybe seeing four in the theaters one day.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me too.
Ashley, take care.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.